Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speed 5 and Knorr. We have Crusader Kings 3 Feuding Lords tonight.
That's what it says on the TV, so that's what we're
You
doing.
can read!
Okay. I don't want to say anything, but Lady Magnus came in here. It's like three or 4 minutes ago. I was like, oh.
It wasn't even 3 or 4 minutes ago. It was like a minute ago.
And since then, she's just been sitting here giggling. That's all she's done.
I haven't even had coffee.
No, and I've made lovely cards. It says that we're supposed to be say welcome and talk about what we're doing here.
Well, welcome.
Welcome to you too. So you are watching Feuding Lords Week 3. This is a show where we've invited some of our favorite content creators.
Just some.
Some. Not all of them, because they couldn't fit.
We won't say which ones.
Hopefully. In any case, we've put them in a multiplayer session, and we've asked them to complete some challenges. Here's essentially what I said in much better format. Basically, we're running this for 5 weeks, and at the end of those 5 weeks, whoever has the most points win. Of course, harder challenges that take longer to unlock is generally worth more points. And last week, we saw some players get points, and we saw
quite a few points too.
And we saw other players get almost no point and having their heir die, or get kidnapped, or eaten, or losing their country or regions. It was.
I mean, Ghibli lost her daughter.
It was mayhem. We'll talk more about that in a bit, actually.
All right, let's go talk to our wonderful, our favorite casters, Midgeman and Enigmatic Rose. Hello, Alec, Midgeman. Okay, I gotta ask. I'm
so glad, Dias, you could ask. Yeah, I said I warned you that I would get a different sword each week, and it's just growing. Like, we're on week 3, so we're on 3 swords.
There's some bad puns in there somewhere, and I don't want to touch them.
Me and Rose are now. See, Rose,
I mean, you know, we're teetering on our knife's edge. We're teetering on our knife's edge here, you know.
I am looking forward to week 4 and week 5. I've also noticed that while Midgeman seems to be putting into an effort adding more swords, Rose, you're still with just your 1 goblet. What's going on?
Yes.
Why do you not have 4 at this point?
All the budget went on my swords.
Yes, all the budget went to the swords. And I mean, you only need 1 goblet to, you know, murder someone. Because it's the contents that matter.
That is true.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, you only need 1 cup to drink from, and I was gonna make a bad joke, but then we went much darker, so I appreciate that.
All right, before we get too into that, let's go look at our score sheets.
Let's do that. So here is what our players are trying to complete. Now, the trick, of course, is that week 1, they only had access to 1 of these rows, depending on the lifestyle they picked. Week 2, they picked another one, and they had access to both. The same, shockingly, happens in week 3, where they get to pick another row, and they are free to complete any of the challenges within those 3 rows. At the end of the 5 weeks, they'll have access to all of it. And here is our current standing. Traxium in the lead, actually close to getting even more points last week, but then the ruler died. Mordaith got gobbled up by Sweden and is nowhere near where he started. And Barely Tactical and Spartini Martini just, you know, doing what they said they were going to do. And I will say, though, that Spartini Martini and House Quack House is looking very old. At the moment.
That's our last original character, and he will be gone at some point during the session, I'm sure.
Yes. And finally, each week we have a weekly side quest courtesy of Steel Series. Midge, what are we doing this week?
So this week, the Queen is in another castle in favor of the fan enjoyment that was surrounded by the trials of Agra here, we decided to make a challenge dedicated to her. So, this week, the person who finishes the session, or has this character naturally pass away in their court, wins. So it's kind of capture the flag, except with the person.
Yes.
And for those who don't know who Agra is, this is Ghibli's daughter who was married to Barely, and then Mordaith came in, kidnapped her, made her a concubine, and then Mordaith was murdered, and his murderer made her a concubine, and then the murderer died, and so now she's just chilling.
Yes, she is in her like 5th holding of the game right now. So we thought we'd up that. We thought we'd make more.
I think she was fairly happy with where she was at too, wasn't she? Something like that. Like she was not.
Well, yeah, no,
unhappy
she's still
about being
Barely's
a
lover. She's
She's
still
Barely's
Barely's
lover,
lover.
yes.
It'll be really fun
it's
to see
wild.
whether or not Barely can actually get her back. I know he wants to.
Well,
And if she dies, it has to be natural causes.
yeah.
Yes, you can't.
Oh, so
yeah,
they can't
people
just murder her.
Yeah, they can't
No.
throw her in the dungeon and have her die in there. She has to be willingly in the court, essentially. Well, by the end of it. And yes, we've also edited her a little bit, so she has a bit of a better chance of survival.
Okay.
So hopefully this should be kind of interesting.
And
All right.
we should also mention that whoever completes the side quest, there are no points in terms of the game related to the side quest, but the player who completes it gets Steel Series merch that they get to give to their community, meaning you probably want your favorite content creator to win. The other thing to note is that while side quests do not have any points, if we're ever in a tie situation, whoever has completed the most side quest wins that tie, unless, none of them has completed one, but that's not going to happen.
Well, so far Traxium and Spartini have won it, so
Yes.
that's good. But let's go actually talk to Ghibli Jam. Thank you, casters. Hello, Ghibli.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, how are you feeling about? Let's ask you. What do you think about our Steel Series challenge actually being about your daughter?
Well, she's my sister now because my dad died, and
Oh, okay.
now she's so I feel a little bit less protective of her as her brother, But I'm gonna try to get her back. Barely doesn't deserve her. He just shunted her away. Mordaith, same thing. And I just think she needs to come home after all of her trials and tribulations. Back where it's comfortable and warm and safe.
I agree with that. And what lifestyle are you going to be going after tonight?
I did intrigue this week.
Okay.
And how many points are you planning to get?
We'll see, RNG depending. I can't seem to make a beautiful child, so we're just gonna stay genius and healthy, But eventually I was really hoping to be able to strengthen my bloodline, so
Yep.
I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
best of luck.
Thank you so much. And let's go talk to Mordaith and see what he has to say for himself. If he wants... Mordaith!
Hello.
The man with many points.
So...
That's right. If points were negative.
Actually, that's. Let me rephrase that. The man with a point.
A point. A very good point.
Very good point. And so you had a lot of trouble in our last our last week. You unfortunately kind of died. So you're gonna.
Did I? I don't remember that.
So you are someone new in your family, and what lifestyle will you be going after this week?
Marshall.
Marshall. And how
Marshall.
many points are you hoping on the board?
I'm hoping 3,
Mm.
Okay.
but there's a potential of 6.
Ooh.
That would be amazing. And are you hoping to get your concubine back?
Well, I've got a little scheme involved with that. I think you're going to see some perhaps changes and shifts of power in our region fairly quickly.
Mm. Oh, very
So maybe some
Intriguing.
very exciting.
On that note, we're gonna let you get ready and go bring Barely in. Hello, Barely.
Hello.
would you like to admit to something?
I have no clue.
You have no clue.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
So I definitely would say that you were like the comeback kid last week, barely. You had what I think no points coming in, and then by the time that last week was over, you had 5.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
what lifestyle will you be
finally.
going after?
I'm going after stewardship this time. I kind of just need to build a base and hopefully project off of that. Poland needs to be bigger. It's not big enough.
Yeah, it has been the strategy that we've seen from both Traxium and the Spartini Martini,
Yes.
going for stewardship and spending some time making sure that the region is,
Yes.
well off. So best of luck with that, and I'm sure there's nothing fishy going on at all, and you definitely don't want to get Ghibli Jam Sister into your court or anything like that, right?
He doesn't want his
No,
point back. Absolutely
no.
not.
No.
All right.
Excellent.
Let's go bring Traxium in. Thank you, Barely. Hello, Traxium.
Hi.
And how are you feeling after last week?
Well, I still feel like I got so close to get that
Yes.
lifestyle points, but it is what it is. So we'll keep
And you're
playing.
still in the lead.
Yes, but could have been better. But we live with happiness with what we have, so it's fine.
Yep. And it seems like you are unlocking diplomacy this week. Is that correct?
Yes, I think I can aim for 3 of the 5 points for today, if
Okay.
everything goes alright. And maybe keep developing my realm to found an university. Hopefully,
Oh.
someday.
Well, someone is trying to get all of the points. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Traxium. Hello, Spartini.
Quack.
Oh, right on cue. Thank you so much. So, Spartini, I'm sure that you would like that lead back, correct? I'm assuming.
Yes, I
Yes.
would. But
And
it's very unstable currently.
yes, I know. I'm a little scared for you tonight, my friend.
Same.
Yeah. Where it looks like you were going for intrigue. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And how many points are you hoping to put on the board today?
I'm honestly hoping to get through the succession crisis, and then maybe 3 points.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not many points compared to Traxium.
But Traxium he could have his own crisis. But I mean, Spartini, I'm sure that you have prepared at least a little bit for tonight, right?
Yes, I
Because
did some.
unfortunately, Farquaad is our last original character. I think is probably gonna end up dying on us. Unfortunately,
He'll be fine. I'm sure of it.
He's going to die very soon. Very soon. He's not healthy anymore.
But you practice, so hopefully, fingers crossed for you and all those ducks in chat right now. You'll live to see another day, my friend.
I hope so. I
Well,
really do.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
And I think that's kind of
That's all I got. Let's
Yeah,
throw it
that's-
over to our favorite casters.
yes. Let's do that.
You know, it's nice being referred to as a favorite for once. Anyway, Rose, how are you
is.
feeling for tonight's session?
I'm really excited. I've been excited about this all week.
Good. What do you think we're going to see now that we've unveiled those education choices for the players?
Well, first, I think we're going to see Spartini Martini's Farquaad die before
Yeah.
anyone gets any points. I think that's going to happen first.
That's fair enough. Right, I'm going to let the players know that we're ready to start and get things a-rolling. Let's go into game, and I will unpause. So, yes, do you know what? Another thing I'm going to do this week is,
Yes.
in my outliner, I'm going to pin our good friend...
Easiest way is to click on Barely and then click on his oldest daughter and the daughter's mom. The easiest way to find her.
I would like to pin this character. Can I pin her? Why is it not letting me
I-
pin her?
Yeah.
Hmm,
No.
I want to pin her. Maybe it's
No.
because it's not a player character? Ah, that's sad. Okay, I'll just have to remember how to get there. But if we go Barely's
Barely's
Uh,
daughter.
Barely's daughter, Which daughter? This daughter. There we go.
The top
Or we
one.
could just go barely relationships lovers, because that's
Yeah,
also a thing.
That's true. Or you can click on Barely's heir, because that's
Um,
also his mom.
Let's make a prediction. Who do you think is going to walk away with the side quest this week?
Oh, I think if it comes to enticing her to join your court, I think Barely might have the best chance because she is his lover.
That's true.
But I would not discount any of the others. They've got plans. I'm sure they do.
And with the amount of intrigue unlocks this week, I think that a lot of people are going to have the chance here. Speaking of intrigue unlocks, also, actually, before we move on, my bet, I actually think they're going to return home. I think we're going to see a Von Bibley reunion. That's going to be my guess.
Oh.
But in terms of intrigue, I think it's really tactical for Spartini to pick up intrigue, considering the ailing health of Farquaad. Whoever takes over is going to need the ability to clean up their realm relatively quickly. So,
and I am really worried because his
unlock.
son is minus 455 prestige.
Oh gosh,
that's painful. And you're about to take over an empire.
That's really rough, and also a very low standing troop count of their own. Not a great stat line. Very, very mediocre man looking. Backup Sunus here. Not the perfect outcome, I don't think.
And what I think happened with Farquaad here with Spartini is Spartini made the tactical error that a lot of players do, in that you focus so much on your primary character, you forget they're not your forever character.
Yes.
And it's very important in Crusader Kings to have a balance between putting a lot of focus on your main and then also building up your heir. Granted, things can still happen. Your heir could catch the cancer and kick the bucket before they inherit, and then you're stuck with your grandkid or a second son or whatever. But he waited a long time to land Prince Backup.
Yes, I agree. And we were commenting in the previous sessions that the Prince Backup was very, we were like, okay, why are there no kids landed, especially in the Byzantine Empire? Because the Byzantine Empire is so easy to have revolts within. This could come back to bite them. Looking at the perspective here of
interesting
Spartini.
That Twin 2, because he's got 3 living sons. Twin 2, he disinherited him, and he's a younger son. Granted, he's got terrible stats.
Oh, he's just granted the...
He died.
Wait, no, he died, and his realm split, so his original holdings of Sicily have gone to Despot Quackman. I don't think this is going to go well. And also, one of the things that is really important here, and really important about any succession in a multiplayer like this...
he got sent an exotic carpet.
Oh, he got sent a plush and exotic carpet. I wonder why. I don't think this character's going to be around
no, he's
very
sending
long.
it to someone. Sorry, he sent it to someone. He's trying to murder the patriarch, it looks like.
Interesting. This is the thing as well. Because we're on speed 3, players are pushed for time when reading events, when sorting out successions. Normally, any CK player will know that the main time they hit pause is when somebody very important dies. So not being able to pause on a succession is really, really problematic sometimes.
And his wife is an ugly lunatic.
Oh, good. I mean,
who's past childbearing age, and his only child is a little girl who's got a barony over in West Francia.
His wife's got to be a witch, right? The Queen of Thieves. Oh, it's the Queen of Thieves. It's an event character.
Oh. I have not come across that event.
It is a stewardship event, I think. But, yeah, so we'll have to keep tabs on that. Let's go have a look at what Mordaith is doing. Let's have a look at Mordaith's clicks.
It looks like...
I think they're at war.
It looks like Traxium has completed 10 friends.
Oh, oh, really? Is that points? Points for
That's
Traxium.
points. Yes.
That's 2 points.
They
for
gave you a ping
Traxium.
in the Discord, by the way.
I see. They do not need to ping me unless it is the Steel Series challenge.
True, but I think they wanted you to know.
That's fair enough. I've just realized this war is the Polish conquest of Smaland.
Oh,
This is
he vassalized
Barely's
himself
war.
to Poland.
Yeah, and Barely Tactical is fighting a war, I think, on behalf of Mordaith's character Unhappy Meal here. Yeah, do you like the name I gave
Yes.
the rebirthed Mordaith character?
Yes, I do.
Of course, but by like fan request as well, I did make this character a comfort eater and a cannibal. They were already strong. I didn't do that, but I did also rename them Unhappy Meal.
Their
because
wife is pregnant.
Unhappy Meal's wife. Oh, he married the dwarf as well.
Yes.
I didn't know if he would keep the dwarven wife, but I am for it. I am very for it, Mordaith. The wild things in which you do.
This is interesting, considering Mordaith was asking about what the rules were for inheriting a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is vassalized to Poland, who's just a king.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The thing is, Mordaith asked in a public channel, barely had to see it. So, it's... I doubt he's trying to take Poland.
That's very true. But, peasant uprising from Mordaith. That could be a little bit issue. It's only 200 men, but it is on his capital. Mordaith does have the unfortunate advantage of he has very little control of the land around him, as due to the the black magic that I did to bring him back into the game in the existence here. I like seeing players team up. This is really interesting because we'll start to see pacts form between various players. And
Ghibli died.
Ghibli died?
Ghibli is a 6-year-old.
Let's head over and have a look at Ghibli's viewpoint here.
The not pretty Ghibli.
Aw, no, not pretty Ghibli. The one to Ghiblovich of Von Bibley.
Is slain in battle at 24.
Oof. Oh, that's really rough. That's really rough. And that's also really annoying for me, considering that's the character I had a photo of to replace a previous character.
Are you sure? Because we had Smart Ghibli die at the beginning of the year in January from his wounds.
We've had 2 characters go.
Whew.
Yeah,
well,
we've had 2 characters go.
And there's a bit of a civil war going on for Ghibli. This is not looking good.
Yeah, this is looking really rough for Ghibli. She is... I'm not going to obviously... We're 9 minutes into the session. I really hope she can survive. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of game time that she misses out if she gets annihilated out now. I'm obviously... Let's not talk to her. Let's not distract her. But boy, oh boy.
She's got a lot of help. If she could make an alliance with Poland fast...
Poland's fighting their war, though, against Sweden right now. They do have an alliance with Estonia, and Estonia is sending 2,000 men in.
Yeah, that's true, but that's still outnumbered. Yeah, they're winning. Poland is winning. Wow, 9k troops versus 3k versus Sweden. This is Ghibli's had some very unfortunate luck here.
Yeah, this is real. This is real CK.
Yes,
at its finest here.
Oof,
what is the who is the claimant? Oh gosh, it's not even anyone of her family.
No, it is.
Wait, no, it is. It is.
High Chieftain, kinda smart.
High Chieftain, kinda smart. Ah, the August Adulterer.
Yes. Who's just a little quick.
Little quick, little lazy, little gluttonous.
His youngest kid died as a leper. Poor dude.
That's some really bad luck. Well, we'll have to come in and check on Ghibli in a moment. Let's take a look at what barely is doing, because he is fighting a war.
Yes, he is fighting a war. He's fighting a war for Mordaith, essentially.
I think so, because there's no actual claim here. There's no like claimant, so it's not automatically going to go to good old Growler here, but there's a good chance that it will. I am intrigued though, considering Unhappy Meal is already over their holding limit. So,
oh, Unhappy Meal has Bento Unhappy Mealson, a sickly dwarf as a kid.
Bento Unhappy Mealson. What is a bento? Or is that just someone's name?
It's a lunchbox. It's the Japanese word for lunchbox. Bento.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, like there's actually a company here in the States that makes these bent go boxes, which are essentially lunch boxes, but they're divided into little portions.
Oh, that's cute.
That's what I make the kiddos lunch up in for these days, so they can go eat lunch with their aunt while I get to cast CK3 with you.
Yeah,
We get to watch all these awesome people.
Yes, indeed.
But we call them doshiraks, which is the Korean word.
Ooh, I'm learning so much.
Doshirak, bento, lunchbox.
It seems that Spartini is attempting to murder some people and slay some people. They haven't had a civil war yet, but
that's true.
Oh, their brother that gained all of the original holdings is in fact an ally and therefore cannot join a faction.
That is nice.
That's useful, but it doesn't mean someone else can't push their claim.
Ooh, and his brother's had a genius daughter.
Ooh, very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. His brother is a better character than he is.
I wonder, because they're third in the line of succession, I wonder if they're hoping to not have any more kids.
Though,
hoping something maybe happens to Euphrasia and then become that despot of Sicily.
True, except for the fact that Prince Basilius backup, not Prince backup, Basilius backup, because he's got his wife. Look at his intrigue skill, 22.
Ooh.
And he's got all the artifacts, which does help. And that's another thing, like, if you end up ruling an empire, if you have a lot of artifacts at your disposal, you can really balance out the instability that often comes with a change of ruler. Which is nice.
Why don't you take us through what you can see in Al-Andalus there, with Traxium, our point leader right now?
Alright, so he is still playing with Malik Muhammad II, who's not doing too bad. He's fine health-wise, so I expect him to be around for a little bit. His heir, though, is his 37-year-old daughter, who is married properly, matrilineally, so there's no risks, unlike with the previous generation that almost happened. His granddaughter, Sayed, which is a nice opinion bonus. I'm assuming, the father is. That is very nice. That's not a congenital trait, but that's a nice little trait to get for your kiddos. What is he up to? So we're going to be in struggle being raided, as, happens during this lovely time period. Is he plotting anything? Nope, no schemes, no secrets. He has a strong hook on his best friend. I doubt he's going to use that, though. Ooh, we thought before that he might go for one of the monuments, but the monuments he has up here need what was it? They needed something.
Was it manorialism or one of those, or battles?
Yeah, it was something that was pretty far up the line. I forgot what it was at this point. It was high medieval. It's hoardings, I believe.
Hoardings.
Yep, hoardings, which is high medieval, and they're still in early medieval.
That's true. So, I am going to quickly just bring over to my perspective because I've realized something. Do you know who's in this holding that Poland's fighting for right now?
Oh, that's what. Yep. That's where
Which
she
means
is.
they'll be able to bring her back to court. This is Barely's play for the quest.
That's probably why he agreed to help Mordaith.
Yeah, because this will hopefully, because they're in Smarland. That is exactly where they are. You know, this is a win-win. Mordaith has gone, okay, I'll have the land, and Barely Tactical's gone, okay, I'll have my ex-wife. And do you know what? I wonder if that will remain, or if we'll see Mordaith pull a fast one, or, you know, Ghibli work on the homecoming once her war's over. If we see Traxium or Spartini swoop in, but this is an interesting play that they've gone straight for it. They've put out their what do you call it? They've telegraphed their moves, and we are seeing a play for the side quest.
Interesting though. Someone murdered Barely's son.
Oh, really?
Died under suspicious circumstances.
Oh, the child of the lover.
Like his oldest kid, so his grandkid. Let's go. Oh, it was Mordaith. Here's the question, though. Did Mordaith kill him because Barely asked him to? Because he was kind of a lame guy. Or is Mordaith, laying the groundwork?
Mordaith might be laying the groundwork. Well, even if it was asked for, it could still be of benefit to Mordaith.
Yes, because Barely's
Very
heir
intriguing.
is now 7. Granted, he's hale and a genius, when his father was literally just a indulgent wastrel who happened to hang out in taverns and get drunk all the time.
All fun.
So not a great guy to have ruling your kingdom.
You know, we could
Poland is
always
here.
ask Mordaith if that
That's
was...
true. Do we
Shall
think
we?
it would it be would we be placing a curse upon him though by jumping in to ask him just now?
Yes, that's also true. Maybe we wait until their battle is over. They are still fighting. Well, I mean, it's not directly their war.
True. That is true. It is a complicated decision. Do we jump in and curse Mordaith?
You know what? I'm here for the curses.
All right, let's go on in. Oh, he's got another kid. Seconds.
He does have another
hello.
kid. Hello, Mordaith.
Hello.
How are
doing?
you? Good.
First
Great,
of all,
actually.
how are you finding your new character? How is Unhappy Meal treating you?
Oh, he's doing great. He's got a new boss. He's killed some people for his new boss.
Oh,
Okay.
so the death of your boss's son was something you were ordered to do?
Yeah.
I also want to congratulate you on getting 30 prowess, because that's a 4-pointer.
I know. I'm pleased with finally getting some points. Yay! But once again, as you can see, things are just on fire here in Sweden. Isn't that fantastic?
I mean, if it's the time period, the only thing they did better than putting themselves on fire was going to put other places on fire.
Oh, my new liege is desperate to keep his attrition down. It's not looking so great for us. Oh well, what can you do?
So, how are you
Who am I
feeling
killing
about this
now?
week's side quest?
Side quest? Oh, let's just say I may have made there's an understanding with me and another player. That's all I feel really safe about saying.
We suspected as much.
Yes, we did.
What? What? Let's just say that Barely and I have put the past in the past, and the future is looking bright. Oh, Bento's doing great. Good job, Bento.
Did you know the Korean word for bento is doshirak?
I did not know that.
We had a discussion because you have taught Midman what a bento is.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I could go for a bento today. Oh no. My underhanded nature has caused me a serious dip in my prestige. I'm sure the ship will be righted soon.
I'm sure you'll be fine. On that note, though, we might want to leave you alone so we don't curse you.
Yes,
You guys have never cursed me.
enlightening.
Never.
No, totally not. No, not at all. But enjoy your meal. Interesting. I'm very intrigued.
It looks
that
like
those two are working together.
Ghibli won their war, and now they're fighting a war against the tyranny of King No Not Pretty Ghibli.
Oof.
They have more
Back-to-back
troops,
war.
barely.
Yeah, they only have 351 troops to their own name. So one thing I also want to point out there is Traxium got 10 allies above Duke. So they're on 14 points right now.
Oh.
They're on an insane amount. I just had to go through the diplomacy tab. I had to physically click on the diplomacy tag and work it out. That is... Wow.
I
Their
see that.
marriages have just been off the chain. They've got a lot of allies, which makes them mightily formidable. 14,000 troops to their name. They could take over Iberia if they wanted. And I think we might see them do that this session.
And they also will
Belly
get...
just died.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
He's the 8-year-old.
He was decapitated. What?
He was decapitated in combat, which means he probably was killed by a berserker.
Yeah. No, he's not a berserker. By a bishop who's a craven bishop with 7 prowess decapitated him.
Oh,
What?
that's so bad. A craven bishop decapitated. Seems our curse went on to barely tactical because that's whose the war was. Oh boy, so now an
Apparently.
8-year-old who is curious is in charge.
Yes.
This is, gonna be a good stat line, but it's gonna put them back on the ability to score points for a little while.
And this bishop's down in Bavaria. Who told OPB he could come here and cause problems?
Just one pound Bavarian walking in, just like, yo, let's settle a score. Whomp.
I mean, he is a genius in Hail. Kid actually has positive prestige. He is losing prestige every month, though. Likely
Yep.
from...
It's probably retinue because he's
Yep,
tribal
raised
still?
armies. Yep, they're tribal still.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Also, Bavaria, just the AI Bavaria's on a massive comeback again. You know, they had the entirety of Italy and a little bit of Bavaria. Now they have the entirety of what used to be, what was it? Greater Moravia?
I think so, yeah.
Greater Moravia has also got the most powerful baron, I think. The most powerful duke I've ever seen in CK.
Also, what is Wales doing?
Wait,
They seem to have gotten lost.
Colonizing is what. Oh no, Betty Tactic was ill as well.
Excellent health.
Excellent health though, so hopefully the good health will keep them in. Do you know what? I'm very, very surprised that we haven't seen more rebellions out of Spartini. They've managed to really get a handle of this succession crisis.
I think getting that wife helped a lot.
Yes, this murder wife looks very decent.
And combine that with all the artifacts he had.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that just helps. It helps so much. He's still negative prestige though.
Yeah, massively. But look at his income as well. He could fund some serious military if he needed to.
Yes, very, very true. It is a bit of a problem, though, that his heir is currently in France.
Yep.
And she's 12. So
Landed in France. Will probably end up.
hopefully she'll marry matrilineally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or he's got to disinherit her and then go through his brother's line.
That's true. He might choose to do that.
I
Since that would
I would
reunite
say
the
that would
lands.
be the smartest decision.
His brother does have 2 genius daughters. No sons, though. Which gender still matters for every one of our players, except for over here in Al-Andalus. Because he reformed his religion.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Oh, and it looks like he got a statue.
That's cool.
That's very cool. I think he's just sort of building up, going slow. Wonder if
Ghibli's in
he'll
another war.
Oh no, Ghibli.
Fighting the High Kingdom of Holy War for Pinsk versus a
Oh
load
yeah,
of the Cherganov stuff as well.
Oh yeah, that was going on earlier. They got attacked.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh yeah.
That's rough.
That happened at the same time. They're winning both of them, knock on wood. Let's not talk to Ghibli. We really don't want to curse her.
We're just gonna keep her off the screen. Let's go back to Al-Andalus and look at the peaceful, tranquil, giant Malik
Barely
Muhammad.
is still ill.
Yeah.
Who is Barely be? He would be an intelligent little girl if he died. Interesting. And where is our... Oh! His mommy is here! His mommy is in courts!
Oh, she's in court now. So
Yeah,
currently...
She's in Barely's court.
That's not the right one.
Is it not?
I don't think so. No. That's Jiblansa.
Oh, that is the wrong one.
Yes, that is the wrong Chiblovich.
That's the wrong one. Let's see. Go back this way. There she is. Oh, nope, she's still up here. Never mind. Wrong Ghibli girl.
Traxium is like plowing through the scores right now. Up to 15 and has almost completed a row.
Jesus. I've become an herbalist.
Oh,
If he...
Civil
over the
War in
next 2
Poland
weeks,
as well.
Over the next 2 weeks, if he unlocks or has 10 bastards and then holds a kingdom, well, he already holds a kingdom, so that was 2 points. He just needs to have 10 bastards and unlock intrigue either next week or the week after.
No, it's not hold a kingdom. Remember, it will only count if that character themselves forges the kingdom, takes the kingdom.
Oh, so will he have to take another kingdom?
Yes.
Or create a kingdom title?
Yes.
Okay.
Every other sheet is apparently up to date, just not Traxium's. In terms of that.
That would be on you, Game Master, because...
It would be. It's my Google sheet. Okay.
Yes, the Google sheet is locked for me. I can't even fix your misspelling of disappear. You did Disa pair? I don't know.
Despair. This a pair. This is a pair. But like I was saying, there is a civil war in Poland right now, which looks brutal. It is not looking very hot for Barely Tactical. I'm going to look at their perspective here just to grab their clicks and see what they're doing. Is Mordaith raising his troops? His troops are still in Sweden, by the way. He had to white peace that Swedish war.
Oh. Yeah. It was a little risky having Mordaith kill his adult son.
Yep, I do agree at this point.
Maybe it probably would have been just as bad though because his son was hot garbage.
That's also true.
So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Oof. He's being raided. Who is? I mean, it's his uncle. So yeah, his uncle probably would have still tried to claim just against his brother instead of his nephew. He has 23 learning though. Dude, you are a mastermind philosopher and you're going to war. He also appears to have no kids. You know what would be really handy? Let's see if Barely has asked Mordaith to commit more murder.
That's true.
No, he's trying to murder his own uncle.
Oh, okay. You know,
Mordaith's like, I'm
as you
murdering
do.
my own uncle. I can't murder your uncle for you. Would be my assumption.
Yeah. Interesting that Mordaith is actually going with martial lifestyles this week. Trying to get those martial unlocks.
I think he's trying to get that kingdom.
Yeah, I respect it. I completely and utterly respect it.
He is disappearing people. He's disappeared 3 people so far. He's 23. I wonder if he's going to aim for that 100. Or disappear.
Yeah, disappear. Okay, everybody in chat, show me your pair. Give me a pair emoji.
He's in single combat right now.
He did win the single combat. Yeah,
yes, he did win.
I look at the thought, the deep thought that Barely Tactical is in. There's a face of focus right now.
Yes.
He is like seriously.
We do not want to jump in and talk to him.
No, we don't. But I'm so like, this is one of the things I love when casting is when you do have a player cam. It's just the focus face that when you see, or the reaction camera you see from when they're doing something, when they're under pressure. Because again, one of the big things, it's time. They can't slow the game. They can't pause the game. They have to be thinking about so many facets at once. A war slows down everything. Death slows down everything. And Barely's just gone through that again. It's been a big setback this week. And honestly, his troops are in danger right now, and he's looking at marriages. It's one of those things of, there's a lot going on. He needs to run. He needs to run. Oh, come on, Barely. Come on, Barely. He got out.
He was trying to get
in
an alliance.
Yeah, which is a smart move, but at the same time, you got to get troops to safety first.
Yes, it's one of those, if you're single player, you pause it. He outnumbers, now that he has these alliances, 2-1 his attackers. He just needs to get his alliances in gear. Oh, there you go. Palabia has raised his troops. What's he doing?
Yeah, Chiefdom of Growler is also sieging in the north, so there are allies. I think this is going to be okay. It was just, that was about to be very hairy there.
Yes, I think that things might happen to his uncle.
Yeah, that's very intriguing.
Yes.
Right, let me have a look around the map. Let's see how the Ghibli wars are doing. Okay, just down to 1. And with a large stack of troops in Cherganov, this should be okay. Only 300 of these 6,000 troops in this war belong to Ghibli's land, but they're there. They're there. It's the thought that counts. Also, again, I cannot get over how good a game Traxium is playing. Up to 52 learning, and still alive. He's 60 years old. He is feeling fine. He is possibly, like, we are probably only going to get about 5 more years-ish, I reckon, of this character.
Probably.
Purely because Flagellant, although a tiny health penalty, you know, that is enough to, like, just tick over. Because for those of you who don't know, health works in decimal points, as well as full points, and the percentage of death chance is held to the full rounded number, and if a decimal point is enough to take you under that, you're automatically into the next, like, percentage bracket. So all health penalties are bad penalties. And I also, again, can't get over how strong backup Sunus and the Byzantines are. Obviously not in terms of pure martial, I think, in terms compared to Traxium's and Lucia, but economically they are a powerhouse. I would okay, here's what I think needs to start happening.
I
ahead.
believe backup is a witch.
Backup is a witch?
Yes, backup is a witch. And he's trying
Oh.
to convert his brother to witchdom.
Oh,
Witchery.
okay. So going for the witchcraft. I see.
I was checking out his intrigue and it said convert, and I was like, wait, did we miss informing a religion? Oh, nope.
No, it's Sabrina. Anyway, what I would like to see here, I think, because of the economic spike here, one thing I think needs to happen, and I think Spartini is the only person in a good place to be able to do it, is someone needs to slow Traxium down. They've been left alone, sort of, in a corner of the map to build up. Everyone else is kind of a little bit interlocked. So I think, again, Spartini is the only person in the position to do this. And someone needs to destabilize Al-Andalus, whether that be through war, whether that be fabrication of hooks and getting some murders going. Because Traxium right now is running away with the scores, just to run people down. What the scores are, as I see them currently, is Traxium is on 15. Fairly Tactical, Spartini, and Mordaith are all on 5, and Ghibli is on 2. Someone needs to slow Traxium down. There's so many weeks and there's so many points left to get, but where the other players are also forming a little bit of a block in the north, I think it's Spartini's like only move is to bring themselves out on top, is to make a big play.
Yep. He's got to do something about his threat to the west.
Indeed. Yeah, because the power base that Traxium has formed is epic. It's honestly epic. And, you kind of love to see it at this point. And if we look at them on the map, Traxium is also a power to behold, like, map-wise as well. Considering they're only a kingdom, that's, it's pretty good.
And it is great to see players get high scores, but it's no fun if someone's running away with the game.
Oh,
we need a little strife.
Yeah,
we need challenge.
Just checking in here on the barely tactical war. It's not as clean cut as you'd hope, actually. It seems attrition has gotten the better of Mordaith's troops. Barely's troops themselves also taken what seems to be a bit of attrition.
His
and
ally
is in a different war, I think. Yep. Ally is in 2 wars, therefore hasn't pulled the troops over to help. So this is rougher than expected.
I'm confused why his ally is sieging there instead of the main enemy holding, but whatever. Okay, AI be AI.
AI be AI. EIEIO. Agrafina here. So I still have hope that the Von Biblis will manage to, reunite themselves. But if she doesn't return to anyone's court before passing on, we'll have to sort something with the SteelSeries side quest, because we can't let these fabulous headsets from our good friends over at SteelSeries, the fantastic sponsors of this broadcast, go without their side quest being completed. So I think maybe there might be 2 quests next week if it comes to it.
Yep, because these headsets are awesome.
Oh yeah. So we could let's talk about them a little bit, because we've now got them ourselves.
Yes, we now have them ourselves.
I know. So we know what they're like, and I have to say, I was very impressed when I got this headset. It appeared today, and I actually made an Instagram post about it, because one of the things that I have as a problem as a streamer is I use a Go XLR, which is a wonderful piece of kit. However, it normally doesn't go well with wireless headsets because of its own outputs, and it's a limitation of that device. And a lot of wireless headsets themselves don't have an old-fashioned aux point. This headset does, and I was like, oh my lord, it has an analog input. Nobody does analog inputs anymore. Oh, this is fantastic. That was
I've actually liked the fact that it's got an extender, because my old wireless headset, I would walk out of the office, get about, I don't know, part way to the kitchen, and it would go beep, 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 disconnecting. While we were setting up and everything, I was walking around the kitchen making myself lunch. Could still hear you perfectly.
Yep. I also like that it can be connected to both my phone and my PC at the same time.
Ooh, I haven't tried that out.
I tried that out today, and basically you can button switch between Bluetooth. But for example, if you get a call on your phone, you could answer it with the headset. And so for something I did is like, if I got a call, I muted myself on Discord and took the call in the headset, and then went back to Discord.
Pretty epic.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like an absolute, like, you know, like the guy in the chair in a spy film where they're doing multiple things at once in some sort of dark computer laboratory talking to the secret agent. It felt like that. It was cool.
I also do like the fact that the microphone pushes back into the headset. Or at times I just want to use it as a headset, not a microphone. And also, I've got a 10-month-old, and when she sits on my lap, she likes to try and mess with things. And she was utterly fascinated by the microphone on my old headset, to the point where I was afraid she was going to break it off by trying to grab it.
Ghibli
She can't
is
grab
in
this one.
another war.
Uh-oh.
So sorry to cut it. It's not her war this time. It's her allies' war, which is also kind of worse. Because that ally was propping her up. She did finish all of her wars, I believe, but...
Yes, she's only in the one war at the moment.
Yeah.
Oof. And they're outnumbered.
They are very much outnumbered,
but their enemy's troops are all split up. So it's a question of if they can, get all their troops consolidated.
Yeah.
She hasn't even raised her armies.
Novgorod has been a massive thorn in Ghibli's side this entire time. And I think, honestly, I know the points are on the line and she really needs to start making up some points. But I think once this character comes of age, she needs to make a big focus on just dismantling them, I think.
Her character's a dynastic kinslayer.
Yeah, I just saw that as well.
She executed her... I don't know how he's related. Something?
She executed someone.
Yes. He must have been related through like a mom or something. Because he's not a Ghibli.
Oh, fair enough.
Not a Ghibli. Speaking of a Ghibli, where is our lovely lady? She's still chilling.
She's still chilling in Småland as far as I'm aware. The easiest way to actually find her now is to go through Bailey's character, Bailey's character's father, Bailey's character's father's mother. Yeah, she's still looking good. Humors are balanced. She's temperate, whole of body, athletic, Amazonian, strong, renowned physician, legendary blade master, herbalist. I also went in and made sure she was doing medicine focused. So
you also realize the easiest way is actually click on Ghibli and then click on his grandmother.
Oh. Well then, yes.
Because the mother of his father is his grandmother.
The father of my mother is my grandfather. Yes. Fair enough.
She's a medicine woman. She's the court physician.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and she's got a pet doggy. Aww.
I wonder what the dog's name is. That's a question. When in CK, do you write, like, is there an animal name that you always go for from the list that it gives you?
I
think I always go for Gray.
No. I think I just kind of clicked. Because I don't... Am I mixing it up with CK2 or 3? One of them you could enter a name.
I think you can enter a name in...
Yeah, because I would normally name it after someone in chat when I was streaming.
That makes sense. Yeah, this war for Belly Tactical is not going well at all. But Bailey's ally has won its war, so hopefully that'll be swinging over now. But oh boy, these combats, they luckily just got a victory then, but it's been brutal. It has been brutal. We've seen so much setback in the north over here that from all of our players. They've all attempted things, but it's not really pulled off. In the meanwhile, this Traxium's just like sat in the corner going, "Yes, you have your fights up there. I'm dealing."
I feel like a huge difference, and not just the bad luck, because there's been quite a bit of bad luck there in the north as well. But one thing you always have to do when you start playing Crusader Kings, or I guess any of the Paradox Grand Strategy games, is you have to consolidate your power base.
Yeah.
And it feels like, to a degree, I mean, Barely had some very bad luck there at the beginning, but he did a good.
Yep.
But you really have to grow and expand and get your power base really strong before you start going for some of these points and goals. Would be my thought.
I'm very much inclined to agree. And I think Traxium did that. They really focused on they subjugated themselves to whatever kingdom was there initially. From their independent state, and then internally expanded and took land. All the whilst, I think, I'm trying to remember what line they started with. I think Traxium started with stewardship, which is a very passive line.
Yes, they started with that, and then one of their early moves was grabbing Cordoba.
Mm-hmm.
And then they worked on connecting Cordoba to the rest of their land. Like, and that was their main goal.
And although they went stewardship, their focus wasn't necessarily on getting the stewardship points. It was, being there and going, okay, I believe they grabbed Toledo, the rest of Alto Aragon, and really expanded out. And now that they've solidified, they've been able to sit there and do the less militaristic lines in lickety split time. Like,
yes,
I mean,
they had their foundation.
3 challenges today. Yeah, and they had that foundation. Whilst everyone else is still scrambling. Like, Mordaith went really heavily into the intrigue at first, and got dealt an awful hand due to the power brokering of Sweden. Obviously, barely lost their character almost instantly compared to everybody else. That
was bad luck.
Which was real rough.
I think if Barely's character had lived longer, he would have done very well. He had a good, solid start.
Yes, and Ghibli has just been beset by wars. War after war. She hasn't lost, and she's been given a good fight, but there's just been so much violence up in Whiteroost that it's been conflict after conflict, and she hasn't been able to get enough of a breathing room almost to sort her land out. I think the one player who has kind of gone the same route as Traxium is Spartini. Spartini made a real good power base in Sicily and taking Cagliari.
Oh,
and
Ghibli's Allies War just won.
Yes. Yeah, they got lucky and captured. I noticed that while we were discussing. But Spartini here has done a good, really good thing. I just actually don't know about the Basilius play.
No.
I really don't. Yes, it gives them the ability to do a few other things, but there's a civil war in the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, that just
happened.
Kicked off.
There we go, and the brother is a part of it.
Ooh.
This is interesting. So, what is this war? Well, this war is a war for the tyranny.
And he is a little outnumbered.
I would say so. Just to bring this to he's not looking at it right now. Let's look at my screen. This is 5,900 Basilius troops versus 43,000.
Yeah.
And game over. Spartini is out right now, right?
Oof.
Right? Or are they still in a character? What's going on here?
He would have bopped to his daughter.
Okay, good. I was like, it's because I was
because it goes to the next heir, as long as the heir is a family member.
Yeah, so, that's fine. Okay, good.
So for anyone watching, the War of Tyranny basically forces you off the throne and forces your heir to become the next ruler. As long as your heir is your family, you're fine. You're still playing.
Yep. It was just observer mode being like craziness there. So sorry for the heart
Oh.
attack, everybody.
She murdered her own husband.
Okay, you go, girl. So, is it still true that a tyranny war also gives members of the court favors? Because I remember that being the biggest problem of it.
Oh.
Because it
Think
meant
so?
people could force themselves onto the council and cause negative opinions of others for you and not the person that was forced off of the council, which then started another tyranny war, and it would just cycle. Because
Possibly.
essentially the AI would keep like kicking itself off of the council.
She's... Oh, wait a minute. She's married to... Oh, Spartini married her matrilineally to one of
Traxium's family.
Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Why is that a moon for devotion? Oh. Oh.
What?
Interesting. That... There goes your thought about them trying to unseat each other.
Well, you say that, but Traxium is making a go for Corsica right this second.
Ooh.
So the battle lines are kind of being drawn.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited. I want to see green versus purple. I want to see east versus west. The Mediterranean aflame. I would want the battle for Sardinia to burst forth. And I want it to happen. Oh.
And here's something, though. Spartini's child, when Spartini's husband dies, Spartini's child will get some claims. But yeah, her husband has claims.
Oh, that's
And so if she can
that's good.
go to
We might
war
actually be about to see a
to-
succession here for Traxium. They are infirm whilst on this war. I'm currently just looking at Traxium's perspective here just to see how they handle this. I think they only raised their retinue to deal with this war, which isn't actually going great for them.
let's see that.
They lost quite a few knights there. They managed to do okay, but that infirm health and flagellant, I think, like I said, I said about 5 more years for this character. And would you look at that? We're actually getting close to that. How bad is the succession? That's what I want to know.
Daughter,
Oh, wow, no. It's all singular.
Yeah. Because they're a clan. I'm interested to see the Persian immersion pack. Immersion pack event? Yeah, the immersion pack they just announced.
Oh, yes.
That looks like it's going to do some more stuff for clan.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm assuming it's going to be like we got with Northern Lords and with the Iberian, where all the game effects are in the game. You know,
Yes.
the words. I can't think of the word.
Their base game and all the
Yes.
flavor is in the DLC.
The pack, yes. So
Yeah.
people can mod and have fun and
Yes. The free
Oof.
update alongside.
yes, there we go.
Yeah, ooh. Okay, so Traxium's heir. Let's take a look at her, shall we? She
not
is...
Bad.
She's not bad. She's also not great. She's still set up as a learning character.
Yes.
I mean, which is good because Traxium does still have 2 things to get for learning, which is consecrate your bloodline and complete all lifestyles tree. Honestly, if Traxium completes all of learning, gets that 5 bonus points, it's going to be hard to what's it called? To move them from the top of the scoreboard.
Indeed. Hey,
And Traxium has
Oh.
become obese.
Spartini got more points right before he got kicked off the throne. He
really?
got an infamous trait. He became a murderer.
Oh, he hasn't marked it down.
No, he hasn't marked it down, which is why I'm mentioning it to you. But yes,
What?
he pinged you about it, and then I think he
Oh.
got a little bit of a war. It literally happened right before he got kicked off the throne. Oh, silly. Gotta market themselves. Oh,
I know.
and Spartini has had a daughter. She is sickly but robust, so I'm guessing she's gonna pull through. Would be my thoughts. Not bastard, baby.
Not bad. Whose kid is called Not Bastard Baby?
That would be Spartini Martini's.
Not Bastard Baby. I don't know what. That's
Makes me wonder if she was got some secret lovers.
Yeah,
no, she's a friend.
Is this the same lady? It is, right? Was
Which
her hair
lady?
color changed? Basilius.
Yeah,
Cilia.
I think she had darker hair before.
I was gonna say I'm
Also-
very confused.
Also, the whole Farquaad genetics have given her a really, really weird face.
I mean, she does look like she's just finished clothing clothes on Camino. Yeah. Anyway, Barely's of age and out of wars.
Yay!
Oh wait, no, that's not the same character, right? Is that only intelligent? Oh, Barely's not king. Oh, Barely's not the king anymore.
Oh, he lost.
Oh no.
I mean, he already has the forged or inherited kingdom marked
Yeah,
off.
that's true. He doesn't have to be
He
the
doesn't
king
have
anymore.
to have a king.
However, oh boy, that doesn't feel
How-
good, Mr. Stark.
Yeah. Wait. Wait
But
a minute.
also,
Barely...
that puts more. Wait. What if Mordaith now takes the throne of Poland? Does Mordaith have stewardship unlocked? He doesn't. He doesn't have stewardship unlocked.
No. Oof. Very interesting. His wife is pregnant, though. So, do we want to jump in and say hi to Barely and talk?
Sure. Let's.
Or
go
actually,
and-
no, we've got 2 minutes left. Maybe we should.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they'll talk to them into the interval. So
Yeah, they'll-
you could ask our glorious hosts what they want to. Inform them what you want to be asked.
I just wanted to see his opinions on what just happened. He got dethroned by his uncle.
You know, we were like, oh, Ghibli a dynastic kinslayer. That's a
Yeah.
point. That would have that was her getting a point. That's an infamous trait.
Oh yeah, that might have been why she did it.
Yeah. And we're like, why did she do
And she's
this?
got an intelligent, pretty daughter.
Aw. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
also the names of the Von Biblis just they cause me heartache, but I also love them. So what's this? No, not pretty Ghibli, the one true Ghiblovich of White Russ Von Bibli.
I mean, his daughter's not too bad because she got the regular name Dabrava.
Oh, she can still change that until she's 5, remember? You can
That's
go onto the
true.
character and edit that.
Oh,
Um,
and she's
Also,
he's-
she is a pretty Ghibli. She's just not strong Ghibli. So she's going to
yes,
be pretty not strong Ghibli of new not pretty Ghibli of Von Bibli.
yes. She's trying to seduce people,
She is indeed.
and
But we
Mordaith
are-
is still. Oh, sorry.
We are at the halftime in just now. So we are in the midpoint. Wow, what an interesting first half of our broadcast today. It's been a lot of back and forth for most of our players, except Traxium. Traxium has been running away with the scores, but everyone else has been grabbing little bits and bobs here and there, but they are just coming up against the AI, and it's just not quite working for them. Rose, what do you think they need to do to catch up?
I think someone's got to go against Traxium and slow them down while still managing to keep getting points for themselves. And the person in the best position for that right now is Spartini.
Yep.
The thing is, we are exactly at the midway point in this whole game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is
so-
the... Oh, yeah, you're correct. This will be
Yes.
a halfway point of the entire game that we have over the entire series. That's wild. We're already at that. So there's, this amount of time left in the entire series. And right now, Traxium is looking pretty good. But let's see what our lovely hosts think about that.
Yeah.
I feel like Traxium is looking pretty good.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can catch up to him.
I mean, I think one of the things to note is, and also, we're here to look at the score sheet, so let's talk about the scores. One of the things to note is that, of course, some of these have just been unlocked, but we can see Traxium is definitely in the lead. I think the question from me is, how easy are those points to get compared to some of the later points, right?
I mean, if you're like Ghibli, you're going to have a hard time. Like Ghibli, Spartini, Barely, they had some really bad RNG this last hour. It was pretty bad. So, I mean, Mordaith was able to throw on, 4 points on the board, which is
got 30
amazing.
prowess. It's most points he's ever had.
It is actually the most points he's ever had. Yep.
No longer in last place. Shocking. Barely Tactical hasn't managed to do much point-wise so far this session, but has managed to grab Lund for Poland. So, that's nice for them. And Traxium here.
Craziness.
Yeah, so many points.
I mean, and he could, if he got the rest of that learning, I mean,
even without that, I think got diplomacy, got 10 friends and 10 alliances, and that's kind of it. We haven't heard too much from Spartini when it comes to points either, but of course they're
knew. Yeah, I mean, he knew
in
going
a tricky
at this,
situation.
It was gonna be rough. In all fairness,
Mhm.
So let's actually bring our players in and we can speak to them and see how they feel about it. Traxium, you are running away with this thing, my friend.
You have 3 times as many points as the person in second place.
I guess I got lucky with my path, but everything like having herbalist is like poor RNG, so I'm trying to get it, but
it's a 1-pointer.
And hey, Mordaith, look at you with the 4 points.
I have 5 times the points that I did when I started this game.
I mean, from a percentage perspective, very impressive.
I've already won.
500% increase. Now, if you can keep this up, next week, you'll have 25 points.
I think that's good math.
Thank you. Ghibli, what's going on?
I had a 6% chance of getting wounded from an event, and I simply just died.
Okay.
Oh, that is not okay.
So I picked that option, and I ended up being in a holy war, a war for my empire, another war for my empire, another war for my empire. I had to give up one province, so I'm gonna consider that a win. And my kid is finally an adult, so we're making babies, and they're not attractive. They're ugly babies.
We like the names, yes. We definitely like the names, and we saw that you were seducing people.
we're working on it. I don't know.
And Spartini, our Lord Farquaad died. I know. And you are having a hell of a time right now, my friend. How are you feeling at this halfway point?
He died immediately. I did 3 test runs where he lived both 10 years, and 1 year in, he just dies. He just kicks the bucket.
Oh, yeah, it was early. I want to say the game had only been going maybe for 3 minutes or something when he kicked it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's kind of panicking. But...
Oh, well, hopefully you can get through this next hour and get some points on the board.
I got 1 extra point on the board, but...
Oh, did you?
Oh, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I failed the murder.
Yeah, he actually did get 1 point.
Well, that's... If you get points really late in the session, I don't have time to update the scores, so that's why.
That's on me. I need to be faster.
And barely.
Yes. I mean, here's my worry. Poland is currently in control of some very rambunctious parts of Sweden.
Yes.
Now, previous holders of said region did not survive that long. How are you planning to fan the flames, or actually not fan the flames, the opposite, put them out?
I need to get Poland back first because I lost the throne.
Yeah, but how long is that going to take? Like 3 minutes?
Hopefully. And then, we're just going to make sure that House Growler can live out happily and quietly, eating away at whatever they want. It's fine. It's fine. They're good friends. We'll look after them.
So are you and Ghibli still good friends, or are you and Ghibli on the outs right now?
Well, I don't think we have an alliance at the moment.
Okay.
Maybe in the future, hopefully.
She's mad
have
at
plans.
you for letting her daughter get away, my friend.
I just don't have enough children.
I was the first one who went to war to try and get her back. No one else cared enough to try.
That is true.
Just saying.
All right, thank you to all of you. We're going to let all of you go take a break right now. Thank you.
Yes.
That was fun.
It was, and I guess we should remind everyone of the Still Serious side quest. Yes. Of course, we are talking of Ghibli's previous daughter now. I think sister, unless...
It's sister now.
Unless she's died again. I can't keep track. In any case, her name is Agrafina Gibovic.
Yes.
And whoever has her in her court at the end of the session wins one of these for their community, which is something you, of course, all want.
Yes. And so far, Spartini, Martini, and Traxime have won this. So I think we are ready to go on a break.
We should go on a break. We'll be right back.